Let's read short stories with comprehension check for grade 5. The Miracle of the Poinsettia. In a small village in Mexico, many people believe that a miracle happened. On Christmas Eve, in the year 1834, people in the village were bringing gifts to the church altar. Maria, a poor peasant girl, had no gift. She stood outside the church, watching others as they entered with their gifts. A lady passed by with a big bunch of flowers in her arms. A leaf fell and landed at Maria's feet. Maria picked it up and thought, "I will take this leaf and it will be my gift." Maria entered the church and walked to the altar. As she opened her hand, there was a gasp from the others who had seen Maria pick up the leaf. Instead of a simple leaf, Maria was holding a beautiful flower. It was shaped like a star with bright red leaves. Word of the miracle spread quickly through the village. The gift of the poinsettia came to be known as the flower of the Holy Night. Since that time, many houses in Mexico display the poinsettia at Christmas time. They believe that the beautiful plant brings a blessing that will last all year. Your turn to read, kids. Good job! This time, let's answer the questions from the story. 1. When did this story take place? A. On Christmas Eve. B. On Christmas Day. C. On New Year's Day. You're right. The correct answer is A. On Christmas Eve. Number 2. Who is the main character in this story? A. The flower lady. B. The priest. C. Maria. You're right. The correct answer is C. Maria. Number 3. What kind of a story is this? A. A play. B. A legend. C. A news report. You're right. The correct answer is B. A legend. Number 4. What do people continue to believe about the poinsettia? A. That the plant brings blessing that lasts all year. B. That you will have bad luck if you pick a leaf. C. That the leaves will turn to red flowers. You're right. The correct answer is A. That the plant brings blessing that lasts all year. Number 5. What is the miracle that happened? A. A leaf turned into a beautiful poinsettia flower. B. Maria turned into a poinsettia. C. The villagers became very rich. You're right. The correct answer is A. A leaf turned into a beautiful poinsettia flower. Number 6. Why did people call the poinsettia the flower of the Holy Night? A. Because the poinsettia only blooms at night. Letter B. Because the miracle of the poinsettia happened on Christmas Eve. C. Because the poinsettia was blessed on Christmas. You're right. The correct answer is letter B, because the miracle of the poinsettia happened on Christmas Eve. Number 7. What shape is like the poinsettia flower? A. A circle. B. A triangle. C. A star. You're right. The correct answer is C. A star. Number 8. Why did Maria stand outside the church? A. She was afraid to go in. B. She had no gift of her own to take in. C. Her mother told her to stay there. You're right. The correct answer is B. She had no gift of her own to take in. How many scores did you get? Wow, that's a good job. Let's now proceed to the next story. Who is Martin Luther King Jr.? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a great man who worked hard to bring equal rights to African Americans. Martin Luther King was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. From an early age, he was upset at how black people were treated. He did not understand why he was not allowed to play with white children, go to the same schools, eat in the same restaurants, or even sit at the front of a public bus. Martin Luther King studied to become a minister. He moved to Alabama and spent the rest of his life trying to make the world a better and fairer place. Dr. King led marches in many cities. Thousands joined him to protest unfair laws. Even though he believed in peaceful protest, Dr. King was arrested 29 times. Martin Luther King was a fantastic speaker. In 1963, he gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech from the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Here is a quote from it. "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." In 1964, a year after that speech, Congress passed the Civil Rights Act. This law made it illegal for people to treat others unfairly because of their skin color. In that same year, Dr. King won the Nobel Peace Prize, one of the highest honors in the world. Martin Luther King had many enemies. His life ended in 1968, when at the age of 39, he was killed by a gunman. Dr. King's birthday is now a national holiday. Americans honor him on Martin Luther King Day, the 3rd Monday in January. Your turn to read, kids. Good job! This time, let's answer the questions from the story. 1. Where did Martin Luther King give his I Have a Dream speech? A. Atlanta. B. Chicago. C. Washington, D.C. You're right. The correct answer is C. Washington, D.C. Number 2. What is the Civil Rights Act? A. A law making it illegal to carry a gun. B. A law making it illegal to treat people unfairly because of their skin color. C. A play about Martin Luther King. You're right. The correct answer is B. A law making it illegal to treat people unfairly because of their skin color. Number 3. In what month is Martin Luther King's birthday? A. January. B. February. C. June. You're right. The correct answer is A. January. Number 4. What did Martin Luther King protest? A. Global warming. B. Election results. C. Unfair laws for Black people. You're right. The correct answer is C. Unfair laws for Black people. Number 5. Where did Martin Luther King live after becoming a minister? A. Alabama. B. Georgia. C. Washington. You're right. The correct answer is A. Alabama. Number 6. How did Martin Luther King die? A. Heart attack. B. He was killed by a gunman. C. Airplane crash. You're right. The correct answer is B. He was killed by a gunman. Number 7. Where was Martin Luther King born? A. Alabama. B. Georgia. C. Washington. You're right. The correct answer is B. Georgia. How many scores did you get? Wow, that's a good job. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button to be notified on our next episodes. Goodbye, kids!